Shri KRM Kishore Kumar IPS sir.
Yeah.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Sourashtra Samachar channel our podcast tungo avo mani mellares.
Yeah, Juku Sundas.
1963 muji Chennai Vivekananda College,
Yes,
Madurai
yes.
Kamaraj University MBA, BCom Musatar,
Yeah.
and 89 IPS patch, Andhra Pradesh cadre. 33 years of meritorious service.
Yeah.
The police medal vera khadigino. And then foreign postings, so Telapura Kavarkari, Principal Secretary Home. Normally IPS cadre police statum dena.
Yeah.
But to the statum tungo tella high post DGP rank entire state CRM city. You've retired in 2023.
Yes.
To the time ella podcast really again thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So to the introduction theater ella program patti on introduction. Nanna ratvel summer vacations ami Madurai ratvel. Our Hannavan Motavan Sangare Keninpura Ikigino, I was very inspired. In fact, the man that I am now, Atami Seta again, those kinds of stories, experiences Ikigenos, it has contributed to a part of it Menigan Menuai. So the Motava in this case is yourself, Kishore Motava. So for the rest of this program, Kishore Motava Menigan is Bhavanjari. Sir, with your permission. So tell us stories. I realized that again, Askitangal Telamari Kenin, Telamari on the background, Arharian he. Tell inspiration, tell anecdotes many more. Tell काम करे तो माँ मिले चले, तीसरी चले, ला handle करे हमने किनो, और बाबर ये गाई, नटवर ये गाई, मोटवर तुम्ही ये गाई, you will say. So tell me, or a global audience,
Yeah.
not just Madurai Sourashtra, not just Kumbakonam Sourashtra, not just Salem Sourashtra, not just Tamil Nadu Sourashtra, anywhere across the world. तो हमारे great personalities, leaders और experiences share करना मैंने रियास और podcast और idea.
Yeah.
So तुंगा introduction दी रही है, program दी रही है तो मी कौन? Of course, you don't need my introduction, but for the benefit of the audience, I am Prashant Sharmila Prakash. 2019 National Law University Delhi में graduate हुई कि advocate कर practice कर ली सहता. Supreme Court में Delhi based कर सहता. And really, again, thanks for this opportunity that as a youngster, we are getting to talk with the elders in the community. The other thing I would say about the podcast is that when Jug Hindem Jarasna, Minigan Konidano Dhakata Beni, then we can travel Kertwell, drive Kertwell, Free can Ratwell, Milli Aikluai. Certain sections, I mean, chapter wise, can run. Yellapati, Talapati, topic wise. They can also listen to it or listen to the whole thing at full. But I am sure once you start talking, they will listen to the whole thing. So we will get straight to it.
Yeah.
Whatever, we will start at the beginning. Like the saying goes, we begin at the beginning. Through childhood.
Yeah.
What was that like? To me, what was the formative experiences? Tunga kai how did our childhood?
My childhood was in a way very ordinary. Because 10th rank motta great aims game in its name. Chokkad, pilla, Chokkad bedka, menna, Kishore Kumar nalla payyan. Nariya smara objective, nalla padipa, many, you know. And no gumma kam, bottom munch no, no, tevaladu, yellow, etadu more sister, brothers nagasi evening copy taidana. Komana avamba teacher niya. Then school jila avato odi hui. Ada afternoon school amba avato 6 mani huyai. Me etavadu reesi 8 9 10 lekasi avaramba copy taideve ready ganru.
Fantastic.
The other teachers will be astonished that amiyasi jigino pillanna copy taideve. Tura Kishore Kumar Madabeda is somewhere. Tunga copy tai ready and Turasi. Many anasi manano. I feel it very important to do that many, you know. Me keru. Another thing activity is tuition area.
Right.
Teacher allo me tuition area. Telamala very sincere gan keru aramanese asita naudano. Avaramba already tired. Solar school you know. So most of the part amba now tuition but actual take
area.
Me
तुम्ही कॉलेज स्टार्ट करतो ना अंतवेलो
तेले वेडिको अदा मी 8th रीली नो 9th because I had a clear grasp over the matters.
Fantastic.
ಅದು ಒಂಬ ಚೋತೋಲು ಮೊಗ another advantage ಹೊಯ್ಯ economy ಮನದಿ ತುಮಿ somebody who studies in ಏಳಾவது ಚೋದರಸ್ ಮೆನಿಮಲ್ 8 ಚೋದರಸಿ ತವಲುಗು he will have no opportunity to read 6th standard. ಎಟ್ಟಾவது ಚೋತೋಲು ಆರಾಧ್ಯ ಮುಜ್ಜೋ ಮೆನಿಮಲ್ ಉಡರಿ ಫೈರಿ ಮೋಕೋಣ ಹೊಯ್ಯ ಮೆನಿಮಲ್ ಒಂಬ ಚೋತೋಲು ಫೀರಾಯಿ read 6th. read 7th. Firi kertamamo frequent revisions hogirio.
Fantastic.
Meaning, you know, I pay a padichadalala. Yadam Mure Yavan Kelir Minimana, again I will Karka Kasadara Minimini. Kala Secretary tuition. Everything I made to read, understand, tell the people again and again. Talamarikatamam, Tala 10th ranku, Teles more way of life. Solavantikamo, Mora sister school Bulgisona, Tevala, me school Jana, Tedri, you know, Piriavna, Avetikam built a Mimanaka, Butter Muchito, the Egetiti. ಕಾಪಿ ಗಿಪಿ ರೆಡಿ ಗೆತ್ತಿ ಆಚೆತಂಗ ದೀರ್ನ 6 ಟ್ಯೂಷನು ಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಸಿ 8 ಹೊಯ್ಯಾಯಿ ತೇವಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಆಸಿಮ್ ಸಟ್ಟಿ 9 ಮಣಿ ಪಡ್ಕತೈದು ಆಗ್ತದೆ 5 ಮನೆದಿ ಮುಜ this is how that whole routine was going on. Lovely. From the days I have known from 6th standard to 10th standard. Inter plus one chera halladaku see one 6 maasam halladaku I realized moga having a commerce group avaro chechidrasi I can never become an engineer or a doctor many kalayo ayyo ami so hoana sonsa okay doesn't matter avaro elladi chechidrasi many you know plus 2 musalasi tele plus 2 mala kona many the school in which my mother teaches is very near to our house. Right. Our Gummari Chalijare Dudurumu Seta, our Amba Secretary Polta. Amma government school. Government school. Right. Our both Telman Chechireni. Oh, Kai by some American near to first to topper school topper gun high. Teacher pay and Alada Adima Mark and Suli. Ketano. They had Dusra Podam Chodi, many, you know, some aided school. Right. 3 kilometers. Dudur. Railway station is Daddy Jana. Kodambakam railway station, Nichu, Muncha Ingi, Mutri. Feet 30, another 1 kilometer challenge. Habibullah Road, Manur Sangular and I do school. So I am a Chennai work area to me Chennai mus Chennai MC school for 5 years, 4 kilometer challenge. That exercise helped me in IPS. Plus 2 one time my father allowed. Right. Said, okay, Tramba Ara, the other secret there. They had plus 2 Koni influence in Nimini, you know, to Chechu the Sumini, tell a Lotus school, Chechukia. They were logo. Then plus 2. But tell another thing plus 2 happened. Commerce group Chelidia, Ketia. Being a government school, first thing that was me Tamil medium Chodri. Oh, 10th rank. My God. Okay. So 10th rank Tamil medium Chodri. Did he get a plus 2 English medium audio? Assi English also Chodno. Yeah. Suddenly it was a confusing thing. You want to manage careers that became very difficult. Very difficult. Mo kaiye ami fail gil hoya ni kaiya. ಅವರೊಬ್ಬ ತಗೊಂಡು ಕವಲಪ್ಪ ನಗರ ತಮಿಳಂ ಬೊಗ್ಗು ಕಾಡಿ ಕೂತಗೋ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಂದಡಿ ಚೋದುಲ್ಡ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಇಯರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಡ ತೆವಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಚೋದಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಳ ಚೋಡಿಸ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುಮೆಂಟಲ್ ವಿತ್ ದೋಸ್ ಐಡಿಯಾಸ್ ಮೇನಿ ಯು ನೋ ಆಸೆ ತಮಿಳಂ ಬೊಗ್ಗು ಕಾಡಿ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯ್ಸೆ ನಾಲ್ ಚೋದಿ ಮುಚ್ಚ ಇಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗಿಯ ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಸೆ ಚೋದಿ ಮುಚ್ಚ ಲವ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಂಗ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಪುರಿಂಜಿಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ I started doing it. That was that plus 2 experience. So yeah, plus 2 mujjo hege ketya. Tavalaku school topper avaya, plus 2 topper avaya. Tavalaku I went to become Vivekananda College. Before we get to the college chapter, we have discussed your academic life in a sense. Hey. But on the personal side, this is something that I have never asked you before. So it is a first and the two on camera. The background, of course, is that you mentioned the sister. Nana Ratwal, I very well remember that among whom Bharat Sri Jayanti Menigal Tera. Of course, Bay is no more. She passed away at a very young age. So Nana Ratwal Kalana Kon Sri Jayanti Menigal. Just Ghumana on the Chokkad on the feminine name Thoriya Menigal.
her passing away, how did that tunga kona tala affect keres tura family tala kona affect keres tala tumi kona handle keryas as the eldest son in the family?
Yeah, tala it happened after my degree BCom series, second year of my BCom.
B kolla
Third year of my BCom, 83. Final year Mujari, I
Mujari.
think. Completed. MBA application was filed on the 11th day of her death.
Oyyo.
The Madurai avuriya the application leji file kerarya. So it was a very traumatic experience. And if I am so much oriented to the common man, tenga problems, tenga life, because of her.
Really?
When a common man family move, when a problem they struggle. I have understood.
B kolla class chudli hodi atavalu when
Then 10th Musadaya.
10th Musadriya.
She completed and the results came and she is also a topper in the school. Her name was put maybe after her death. A very brilliant girl, brilliant thing. And anyway, how actually, somebody seeing the death at that age, really, when I philosophical ho gaya,
right.
Okay, to something might happen. This is an opportunity to do good things.
What was the cause of the Egia? There was some medical issue.
Medical heart related issues. Anyway, I am now working in a cardiology hospital. In 1983, 1997, tella time was tella stunt to tella process avriya. Until then, it was all open heart surgery and very risky surgery. Probably the development were not that much
done
as of now. So it was a prolonged.
And how were you able to support your family, especially Amma would have herself been so shocked. And you yourself had your own grief about your sisters passing away. How were you able to step up to that role of the eldest son?
See, Tevallu okay. When a difficult situation, when Kestangano, when a drag, gonna handle career, our boss, you are shattered. And he they will punish you. Okay, see, something you tried your best to sort out. We have taken her to a doctor and we made every effort. And her last wish of being in Madurai for 20 days was done with a great risk and with great difficulty we have done it. And she also took a lot of risk. Devanga yella dias yella kiras. Me more kadavul nambike many experience also. They okay. Langa diras yella kiras. Within that framework, what we are able to do.
So the resilience many tungonda proper gan tala huiriya mari experience. That is quite stirring.
That is the why.
Understood.
Yeah.
So Mutavanda, academically brilliant childhood, a personal tragedy that shaped you in so many ways. 12th mujja, 10th mujja, to tumi college BCom Vivekananda. How was that experience?
BCom Vivekananda, first year also, even first day, experience very interesting and salary. Kesi, joined the professor of commerce,
right?
Jambulingam came. Then Avatikam Achadan BSc. Don't sit many minutes. So Achitan Ibiridia, Tana Bisilidria. Bisilidino, he said, the famous CBSE schools in
Right.
DAV, Avici, Ella School, PSS, Padma Seshatri, Tedri Avatanasi, Con, Tennessee Bisuomint,
Right.
Tennessee Bisilia. So famous CBSE school. Odiella go Adto, only CBSE schools, Bisuomintia, Angunwatan Bisilia. English medium school. So CBSE English medium. English medium schools, Achitan Bisuomint. The remaining are 3 fellows only.
Tumimele Hibiria.
So we 3 are fellows with a Tamil medium background and not a CBSE state board. Okay, I'm going to Satakai Koni Parvani. Then they said another famous Tamil medium school now Sangatika, the other fellow also. Only 2 are there. Father is a graduate. Manatala, the remaining 1 fellow also side.
Oh, yo, amazing.
Yeah. I am the only person in the class in Vivekananda College joined in 1980 without a CBSE school, without English medium, without a famous school, without father being a graduate.
Wow.
And professor asked, who are you? What is your name? Kishore Kumar many manasi. Sit down. Kishore Kumar, sit down.
So you are a class of your own.
But actually, I'm telling you, very maybe I am not
negativity feel negative
depressed incident okay. Probably they think that this is not the place you belong to.
Exactly. The outsider,
rank outsider, and Melaras Mogo.
Correct.
But I am not feeling that. Okay, Vivekananda College, I can study. I am a competent fellow. Let me prove my competency. UPSC second year result I was.
Right.
I got 97, 98, 99. 3 subject, 3 mark. Topper in the school.
Fantastic.
College.
Fantastic.
Yes. Result me school college jile sata tawluku somebody told me Kishore Kumar to ter vekili sata mo dakaya
tunga kalana illa patti
kalana result avliye mo kalana. Then I entered the class and everybody was telling that this is Kishore Kumar then they realized that a person who is not CBSE, who is not that community, who is not that person, he is the topper of the class now. That is how me having a van proud mela hoyeni.
So the balance
it's all right. Now you will accept me. Right. My feeling was that that okay, now you are accepting me. Then next process. So that Fantastic. Is the very interesting thing that happened in Vivekananda College. And then MBA Madurai Kamaraj University, preparation, joining first year.
Was that a natural progression? Attapura BCom kara MBA kenna mani melder. Back in the 80s when you were studying, illa MBA option kona vasi kondi suggest karegi. How was that looked upon?
Our above me CA hono many buying an interest.
Right, BCom CA.
Right, CA hono many one of the angel mala boldias. CA tenno many boldiasi. It was a night around 8:30 around a time in a very poorly lit street. Gero Barad experience. I'm Jasi, Bo me Jaya. So look, the CA came or he coming from outside Talamari. I will say Konba menasi samari mi madhavachari puja kerarya ayya puja kerarya pandade annum tanga bedo menasi kalai ramalingunudeya
right
bedasi
avara moda ayya pujarigan hodiri archakarga
menasi mar beda Kishore Kumar menasi mimala sir menasi manatikamu avaru mene samayana CA chodno min mellariyo immediate instant reaction was telesi koni nokoba group 4 liki clerk hoyava mintia. I was shocked.
Right.
So he has not even examined me. He had not seen me fully. Whether I know the difference between stock and dependence when I don't pussy easily menwai. Just because I am a grandson of Pujari, thinking that I should write only group for examination is unjustified. Many Malaysia. And I also felt them that if you people, because you are X level, they think that you will become in X level. Many Mellarasi. Many, Anyway, again, that did not shatter me or anything like that. Okay, but this is how people think. Many,
fair enough.
Already,
Then proceeded to your MBA.
Yeah. What is the option that we can do? What we can do? Our economic situation, MBA appeared to be the best. 2 year calm life settle they have MBA better. Our bojal money me convince CA MBA okay, calm officer. Our bag officer on
Great.
Officer okay. Madurai
Kamaraj University.
That is so.
2 years MBA course ketiriya Madurai Chodhuriya.
Hi.
Then you enter your career.
MBA mella one another very interesting
okay.
thing that happened and that made me a different man. MBA joined Kerasi. Atarangam me academic topper.
Hi.
And Madras University one top 18. rank.
97 mark unna tumi sangyani na kobimo.
That's what. Meaning, the entire Madras city, Mora batch, MBA, all colleges put together.
University level.
University level. Mora Vivekananda College, including the famous Laila College. Telmam Setangasi, Chechi, me 18th rank.
Fantastic.
The government of India gave me scholarship. It's a very top university level. Tavaloku Madras University 1985 it will cover 1/2 of the universities in the same.
Right.
Many, they gave me the scholarship. Many, Tavaloku one thing happened. MBM. Kishore Kumar is not very communicative. Many, Kaiba problem. Ni batu juku vatakerani. Then what has happened? I myself analyze and see, atho 10th, 12th ranku, Kishore Kumar is very good boy.
Correct.
Coach juku vatakerna.
Ichchatala expectation flip hoyiri.
I have understood. 12th ranku juku vatakerna Kishore Kumar was good fellow. MBA juku vatakerna Kishore Kumar is ineffective.
Right.
This is the society's expectation. Athanguda, I should talk more.
Hi.
Many, then I, started expressing more, telling more people what I want, what I am thinking. Many, by the time I completed a MBA on the level of communicative skills. So that was also a very great realization and thinking.
And what's interesting to me is that to me post graduation avi communication skills develop kelri amnedi it's very promising to hear. It is not that naturally school even then and of course now you are speaking the way you are speaking. So that's fantastic.
In fact me konni pechu potti katru potti message jaichiriya ni actually me mora brother ki likhi diginu tena prize kadra.
Right.
Telamari ಕೋಮಣದಿ ತೆಗ ಮೀ ಕೋಚಿಂಗ್ ದಿಯೇ ರೇ ಈ ಸಮಯ ವತ್ತಕ್ಕೆನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮರಿ ಕೆನ್ನ ಮಿನ್ ತೆಗ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕರೆ ಮೀ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಕಡತ ಮುಸ್ರೇನಿ ಕೋಮಣ ತೆವತ್ತೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಳೈರೇನಿ ಹೇಗೇನಿ ಮುಗತೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಇರೇನಿ
Fantastic.
ಬಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈಗ ತೆಲಮೇರಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಲೈಫು ಮವಿಗೇನು ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀ ತೆಲ್ಲ ನೀ ಮಿನ್ನದೇನಿ ಅದು ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ லிக்கன் மினிங்க நம்ம முடிவு உடனே அவங்க சார் என்சைக்ளோபீடியா மாதிரி படிக்கணும் சார் அப்போ என்சைக்ளோபீடியா சோதரளாசி டைம் நீ நாப்பா முகம் மினிங்கணும் அங்கே நடந்தவங்க சார் கான்வென்ட் ஸ்கூலில் இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியம் படிச்சிருந்தா நீங்கள் ஈஸியாக ஐஏஎஸ் ஆகிடலாம் அத்தஜி ஐ கேனாட் ஸ்டடி இன் கான்வென்ட் ஐ எம் ஆல்ரெடி அண்ட் ஐ எம் மேரிட் ஆல்சோ எல்லா லெவல் மெல்லசிச்சலாம் வாட் வி கேன் டூ நவ் how to proceed with the things at the certain level ತೋಳಿಗಿನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಣ ಅಂಗುನು ಉಂಚ ಜನ ಹೇಗೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮೇನಿ ಯೋಚನೆಗಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಯ್ಯಿರಿಯ ಕೆತ್ತುಗು ಈ ಸಮ ಕೆರಿಯಾನಿ ಮೆನಿ ಅವರ ಬೋಜಲ್ದಿ ತಮಿಳ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಚಚ್ಚಿದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜಡಮಲ್ಲದೆ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಸೊ let us not get me generally ಕೊಬ್ಬೆ ಕೊಲ್ಲೇಶನ್ don't get confused on old ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಲಯ past is a ಹೊಯ್ಯಿರಿಯತ್ is ಅನ್ನೋದಲ್ಲ given this situation what are the things that can be done you please do kenna manadias
so ela kona kenna mani tumi ata superb can describe kariya UPSC but cow chicken why the why of it after MBA did you directly start the UPSC experience the coaching the transition kona hoyes did you work somewhere else what was that experience like
actually MBA musatiga side by side me apply करता हरमंगेरिया I applied for 100 companies 100 literally 100 और वो was shocked तो निजमो apply करिया निजमो apply करिया मैं 100 company के दकाड़ रहा मैंने मैं दकाड़ अंजनाल हुए as the company I explained why what is the post applied what that role is and what is that idea मैं इल्माम short list करे उन्हें पत्तिया including Indian Air Force, ONGC, Hindustan Photo Films, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation, many non banks, railways. Assi dekada sege karasi. Ultimately, I got through ONGC, Hindustan Petroleum, Hindustan Photo Films,
Aski motta public sector units and of course Air Force.
Indian Air Force. But I joined in Hindustan Photo Films. So that was on my birthday, September 5th.
Oh, lovely.
1985, I joined in Hindustan Photo Films.
On the public sector unitum, say on the management cadre, Tellamari, that is a separate track. But the officer cadre mauna menariya mari on the push, given the background that you came from, given the surroundings that you've seen. How did that dream of the officer tella kona urvak hoye hoyes?
Hi, because Hindustan Photo Film join area happy and life settle huya no man aur bommala re capability hora keluda meaning betki satha se harmangetiriya but somehow I felt during the training program on the time that these public sectors are not going to last long. There is lot of crisis in them and being in finance department I could predict that in another 5 to 6 years.
So the economic insight
another 5 to 6 years they start declaring losses. And maybe another 15 years the company will get closed. So it is better we change the things and yella jukku men ganjo discuss kartamna musna because I am privy to certain internal information.
That's right.
Many circus and a similar thing I felt maybe there in other public sectors also. So there is no point in going from one public sector to another public sector. So it should be something above all these things. So course this writing for the UPSC civil service examination question came. More life develops me. That Hindustan Photo Film join keroladu. I am thinking of IAS, IPS. Okay, exam panel likkano so that natural progress can rise again. Tavalaku me menege like encyclopedia.
That preparation process came.
Okay, meaning ye kere tellamala that see okay ba, we have taken a role, we have started a thing, and there may be some difficulties, so, yeah, but we should make an attempt, we should make a sincere attempt. And first attempt with the history was a disaster. Many, at LA circumstances, we will not clear the exam. Second attempt to Kerta with the same combination, I was very sure Elekoni workout on. And also I am not very keen. See, the problems you have tried to solve in one particular manner, you have not solved. It is futile to try to solve the problem in that same manner again and again.
Correct.
Your approach should be different. Adondal KRM Horania, why is a Jisam? Telnam Huyai, Yelnam Huyai, Tolu and the char method on the root Kalayai. Tell a mariner, Hana, Lokona,
so the feedback, you modify it, the response.
Exactly. Telamarana. Then fear second attempt Laku, syllabus Chodi, Ege Kaptol. I understood that they have introduced a new topic, new subject called public administration. Then I took that public administration, and then it helped me to clear that.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Actually, an incident that is to me, Mara school again in Minaria. Actually, first time when I was taken to your school, LKG, UKG, first standard join kerarya. There was an incident. Like an Hodansa. Our Amba Mogavi, first on a corporation school, which is Boljan.
First standard to me.
First standard.
Oh, yo. Right.
Or a cycle of Bisaldia, Boldiasi. Tedja on the JJ and Mugo on a ground room school set. The compound policy was any. Momala on a Mari level, like Kaila school manana, Sege manana, many, Then our Amba, being a teacher, she was thoroughly unsatisfied with that environment. She said, no, we'll go to another Krishna Swami Bala Vidyalaya.
So, Ammak tela school open, this school jariya.
This school Boljaria. Boljasi. Boljatigamo, headmistress Jalo Diase. Me Melo, they asked me some questions. Probably I have not replied properly. Telethalasin Mahudane. Replied properly. Then the admission was rejected.
Oh, first standard rejection. But I'm going to tell me.
Rejected. Our Amba got furious.
Right.
When the teacher's son not getting admission, she told Angun Vandar Patnal Holaduku, Yele Babuk Mimbule, Yele intuitive thaw. Chokkad Ketia many tum children, ya miniasi. No, children. Circa Vatha Kerani. Right. Many mentia, Buldiasi, Goma Buljatia, Mundari Budia. Proper dressing was there. Then our Amba Ray to Vatakana, Tonudi, Ege Menna, Minas, oh, Kai Menna, what is your name? What is your father's name, mother name?
Training.
Training was given. My mother trained me and took me after a week to that school. Yes, see. Ike teacher Nupusiasi, answer Sangyasi. Ulonala Paye, Anakepli, Momala, Nala Payana, Anakepli, Nala, Nikepli, Youngly Tony, many more Nana was Sumutel on the image audio. See. Somebody may feel that you are not that competent due to certain circumstances, certain things. So, it is always possible
to change it.
And my mother has helped me to get to such an image. Exactly. That is what.
So, career. Officer Kadarum Auna Menigin MBA okay, management trainee minitavel and telapur okay, but officer minare kona was. How did that happen?
Yeah. Me, I mean, when I was doing my BCom first year, actually, I say same Boljas as a typist.
Right.
I mean, nil mistake type kin.
Okay.
Telakalam type writer is old computer madresi konni na tappuge
Backspace delete pura kerana.
Nil mistake type kenna. I am one of the fellows who will type nil mistake. Pages after pages. Mistake or not the type kele jo. Or magan correct again kiru meaning tehal mo bol gaya si. I worked there for 1 month. Till mom one of the days bolji one a senior manager ko me dekhe. Tavalloku taga room jiya bisaya. Maybe it was AC was very cool or and I was not used to that environment. So chairmu takili.
Illa tumi college second year rathvel. So
first
18
year
years
become
18 years tala mari young age
area as a typist.
Typist kan.
Yes, the manager itself vathagele ratholu mentia. நீங்க இந்த மாதிரி இன்னும் டைப்பிஸ்ட்டு கிளர்க் இன்டர்வியூக்கெல்லாம் போக வேண்டியிருக்கும், இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பேசுங்க. உடனே తవలుగులే అతమి ముందరి టైపిస్ట్ గంజియ హాలు he is thinking me as a typist only.
Tella category mo bisetter. There is we got job is a good job, but you thought okay.
Then bisetter I say this is not the way in which we should be working. I mean ella mari you should go as an officer, you should go again. Project now meaning I decided samari people judge you by the level you are. They fix you at a particular place and you are not able to get out of that. Better we try for a higher level and then tell a level of ichcharanni kusulotum sai.
Illa preparation kerathvel attapura material is easily available online at our fingertips. Kongal kai pusuna kona choduna meniginu. Back in the 80s when you were preparing, that must have been quite the challenge. How did you handle that?
No, tell me you were Ooty mera sata.
Ooty
slightly interior place.
Ooty Chokkad places ana chodili raha tha. But books are bariyani.
That was a very difficult thing to do. Many Tavalmala lot of people helped me. Telamala another thing, see, life of Kona mean manadi, but a genuine cause really, definitely people will help you. Manari Tawluku Moga realize civil service exam preparation mean Manatolo, Moga, whether it is a district library in Ooty or Kannimara library in Chennai, so some of our Hindustan photo films library itself. They had a similar librarian, so their work here at and it's very, very cooperative and Bogundi, Keriasi. So that also gave me a lot of confidence in how, when a genuine cause,
you will get the support.
Many,
Fantastic. Now, the IPS career. IPS, IAS, illa services many menadisi men kana konda black box mari hoyariya. Then IPS mani kalai illa their posting mani kalai ana actual gan kai kerarya. Thenga role kaya, thenga day to day kaya menigin padam sili onda prestige seta menigin there is a very vague idea. So I thought let's put some light on that black box. But not in the traditional way. To me, yella posting, tella posting, tella through biodata, anybody can find it. It's available online. In your 33 years of service, Matua, what were the lessons that you learnt? What are the lessons you think youngsters like me, the larger community should hear? Menigin focus Karen Menigin. In that, one of the first things is, IPS officer, many menadisi, our mind unconsciously is equated to leader. It is not necessary that every officer should be a leader. Actual can say English meaning tala tani. Officer is tani, leader is tani. But we make that connection. So to me, officer kan hatvelu, illa leader menare connection tunga kona hoyes.
See, basically, once me Jugual kona I have looked in this 30 years of service, over meetings, over a year, and now thinking Konami general government even general society people think on the problems there is lot of discussion about the problem and how difficult is the problem. And even on the chief minister level, meetings, for example, the sand issues.
quarry kerarya, manal quarry.
How difficult is the problem? What are the complexities of the problem? Oh, discussion challe raayto pod
ella keshtamu ella seta
many tevaladaku how others have failed in solving the issue.
kunni kerta musna ba aski kere sidriya
kai ella kerigina kai hoyo telle keri kai hoyo ella hoyo atalla hoyo elle melle antavare what is the solution available? First to me having kolda issue kolda ige manamna we should look into the issue and what is the solution available. Every solution will have an advantage or disadvantage. Maybe discussions on approach should be based on what you can do to solve the issue. Look for the solutions, look for the various alternatives of the solutions and be able to select the best solution. And as a leader, to spot a yes, you should be able to give that type of directions. That's very important.
So on the leader solution oriented ganrana, just problem oriented.
Yes. Yes.
You've indicated. But thinking of a solution, elamari on the AC room busy sofa well, it is easier. But in times of a crisis, the Yagi is on fire, the world is on fire, especially in the police service. Like crisis handling, how was your experience there and what tips do you have about how to handle a crisis?
Right. See, first thing in crisis is situation is tense.
Hi.
But you are not tense. I tell one of my colleagues, peers, that see, there is a law and order issue. People are agitating and there is a dharna going on. Tell that see, you are don't become tense. Situation is tense. Then you see what is their problem, how to solve, what are the various options that are available, to whom to speak, how to control the event, what type of officers if they go, that will be done. Tellamari pormagan examine keri one sort out curious it will be very easy and we can do it. Actually, India general one another problem hai. Generally, the problem tenno nannagan solve kenna. Our layers can put on a semi Kaisaba on a some year matra kano, Nimen the way a pani pildano, Yagamin, soda pidano. Tell a Didi or other problem. Right. In some cases, they get into a crisis. More Porto Recamo. When a problem hotolus, you should understand this has a potential to become a crisis. You will have to be very careful and look for anything which will lead to other port to Karas port to Karas okay, so I mean solar very heavy and Kairia. Near one German Chokkad Kaidrihal, there may be some digestion problem. But Gaval German Khatul, Elamari problem here. Artaval German Khatul, Illa problem here. Then German Athangan Khatul, Unna Kaina. So potential for that you will have to see and you will have to handle. When a leader can see Jugual, what I have observed is the moment an officer hears that, sir, decade Nana, Nalla work Panamating, Ning night is patrolling Panamating, Adana, the Marilla Nanda.
The crisis of a problem,
they will immediately, react and start scolding everybody and they get tense and they get confused. No. Yes, there is an issue. Guma kai, on society kai, our community kai, on the problem of Yenaris and Telleris and Ella area, Isa area, Tagahalo area, all that is there. Porumagan, really, what think you can solve? आता पोलीस आमी जनरल scene of crime visit
Right.
उंडा डेकाइटी चल रही उंडा ये चल रही you have to go there तेजी गाड़ तो कुछ जा रही है what is the use गाड़रे फोन में गाड़ी बुझ रहा है
on a specific instance say tura career um ella mari unde tamam how did you handle many on some anecdote
है आता एले उंडा डेकाइटी चल रही है then DIG can miss आता so SP will also go to the spot then जी sir sama sola chala okay me mela usu me me ta wala go 1 or 2 hour gap from GCSE yeah kai hoye as ba they explained this is the thing तो लोग कोई समारे ये वंडा मारुति वैनम 1 crore rupees ले जातो लो that is in 2008 1 crore is very big money
right
ले जातो लो dacoits attacked that van and took away that 1 crore okay तेमंदड़ी काय हुए से ये how long they were there मैंने तेमंदड़ी they were waiting नो उन्ना मरम बेटी किनो वार्ड में दिया ते हाल तले बंडी हिब्रिडिया जेडी ओके मरम बेटी तेमंदड़ी काय हुए से नहीं उन्ना बसा वैसे तला मरम बेटी तय हो दिया से बसा वैसे क्या मु तला मरम वो साइड में बस जामिन में दिया then ये लेते किरिया से मैंने this is the truth ये decoy will not allow a bus to go
bus mattum kona sodiya
they were waiting for that Maruti vehicle to come so they are having an information that a particular bondi particular time the hour you the look cell phone over a time then I said early morning time you have to calls will be very very less you find the calls analyze that and there were only 7 calls we got the details in next 24 hours and all that 7 was analyzed and we got the fellow in 48 hours it was detected and 78 lakhs intact recovered
amazing back in 2008
yeah and that fellow ಏಲೂರು ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಜಾಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನು ವಾರ ಪೊಲೀಸ್
ಬುಂಡಿ ಅವರಿಯ
ಕವಲೆ கிடையாது தியானத்துல இக்க காசு பத்திரங்க தோலி ಹೋದ್ರಿ டைம் ஆகும் அப்புறம் பார்த்துக்கலாம் சில மாதிரி you have to contribute as an officer as a leader to solving the problem
fantastic
meaning so these are the various things I learned in that my career
super
that they don't keep on describing the problem analyzing the problem no you have to find solutions to the problem look at it in a different manner take those challenges and be contributing to the solving the issues and rather than blaming this thing that thing like seniority list to finalization so there were issues, there were things, and people were telling that sir, the issue nobody has taken up.
Adadu police post mo konga senior tele designation there yamena mari.
Yes. Promotions which inspectors list.
Adadu ella kona promotion frequent kan there niya police ko nija how does that work?
Inspectors kasi una 3-4 district inspector kauli una seniority list prepare kara. तेले मेरे और जोन्सन केरा तेला प्रमोशन वाली रहते वाला इक्वे चेची DSP प्रमोशन केरा आज तेले से ये तमाम कोना केनो मनरिया तमाम certain rules वो confusion सो ते इक्वे integrate कर रहे तमाम मोड़ा confusion
so promotion होना तो हो दिया वो जो सुगन
nearly for 7-8 years it got stuck due to this how to integrate these things I took up the challenge and did it for the entire Andhra Pradesh, United Andhra Pradesh. Telangana, ஆயிரக்கணக்கான இன்ஸ்பெக்டர்ஸ் சீனியாரிட்டி எல்லாரும் இசோரானா மீன் டிசைட் கரிங்க
तो हल्दी प्रमोशन अबेरिया में
it went up to Supreme Court and it stood the ground and they have said that yes based on principles they have done and if you have any problems
super so tura over 33 years you must have various kinds of postings. How was that decided? Tella kona tura choice kan rahegi tella kona tella tunga hoda still experience
lamane very interesting and salary moga disinwalu that is whenever some big problem is there they will remember Kishore Kumar lamari particularly Tirupati Tirupati posting Asitanga Kalai. Chief Vigilance and Security Officer again 2.5 years completed.
Right.
In 2000, some middle of 2000, there was a bomb blast in Bangalore. And 1, 2, and the third blast occurred. And third blast, there was one survivor.
Right.
Take a Bolji hospital, Boljedia. Tella banum chalriya, tella blast. And they recovered some explosives also from that.
Okay.
Unexploded, remaining unexploded. Who analyzed Kerala, the Bangalore police realized that third blast is not a victim. He himself is the blaster. Blast kerta guchi delay ratol accidental can blast hoy tanamala blast hoy tanabe agida te ajadr bullet
tale terrorist tale blast me hoyi
tega interrogate kerta harmangitya to kodreve kai kereya adutha tora kaim kerre minatol he has told ellam satti I am to go to Tirupati teji kenno mini meleya maybe permal tega tedusi
my god
Manameri Huyiriya. This information was passed on to the Andhra Pradesh police. Then they wanted to strengthen Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam security arrangements. They were
to meet that posting of Hudariya.
They were searching for a young IPS officer who is willing to take up because non-veg khata musna.
Right.
Because you are in the temple and daily up and down kenna padai, jana padai, panithailata musna,
right.
Vanda payas yegan paja.
Correct.
And without uniform. That SP period, but without uniform. Because that is a civilian organization.
Right.
So, nobody will be willing. SP can ratol to the uniform shooting in Janani, LSC facilities in another, and working under an IAS officer. That is another issue. IAS IPS to Kalaya. LSC take a popular than a corn, a bay, and the boat port repair over 3. Our power, who is that boat fellow? Somebody told.
The same boat that you have right now.
Telle is the Adalam to post me to Tirupati. Our Nichema Power, I was posted. And DG was slightly anxious whether I will join or not because young posting DD. He was very happy. And today, whatever system in Tirupati is there, Tirumala Tirupati, uncha tunga kala queue line, kalla setta Alipiri toll gate check, the entire thing was designed during my period. Personally, I had seen those things.
Amazing.
And all the equipment, CCTV systems, so la tulabara machi yengudu teda yegyo, and queue complex checking, so everything was designed during my period. 50-60% I have executed also, except that Alipiri full can execute career. It is a very costly proposal at that time.
Incident security to me design kerarya Tirupati full gun.
And all the equipments were bought during my period. Awareness was created during my period, and men were recruited during my period. Nearly 50. Tenga training di, tenga passing out parade tellella se organize keriyo. When Chokkad kerarya, Dev asitanga kapatadariya. Dev kapatadariya my job. No kerata. Mara valkayam padas manadiya. Very jukku sondos.
Since we are on the topic of God, though spirituality, there are a few themes, other youth related themes, Sourashtra youth related themes, and spirituality unda udariya. Tura take kaya, especially to me starting Sangye. Archakar ravigino, Ayagan hudiriya minigino, ella bottu markar ravigino, and identity gan hudiriya minigino. So it's spirituality and God to a perspective kaya, especially Moramari youngster Riyadi, we might have so many influences. I might say there is no God, some might say there is this God or that God, but again there might be so many things. Tell to me kona sarasi.
See, no Nanna Vasundri, our ayya Pujari and Archakar and Riyatamamu, lot of exposure to that. Our Nananagopal Nai Bogu Likirats. Sindamala or Nano Adyanam Kerarya, Kerarya, Veda Parasala, Salta Keralasi. A very strong background, religious and actually, that general can Minkana, Dhavrajariya, ದೇವ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಡರಿಯೋ ಮನೆಯ ಮಾರಿ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಜಡರಿಯೋ ನೀದಿ ಸಮ್ ರಿಚುವಲ್ಸ್ మన మేరీ మో పొరత వరకు రిలీజియన్ మనది సుమారు స్పిరిచువాలిటీ మెనీ ఉండ మనోభావం కోణ యూ హౌ డూ యూ థింక్ హౌ డూ యూ యాక్ట్
రైట్
లెస్ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್గా ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ನೆನಪಡರಿಯೋ ಚೊಕ್ಕಡ್ಗಾನು ನೆನಪಡರಿಯೋ ಈವನ್ TTD ಕಾಮ್ ಕೆತ್ತಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಿತೆಲ್ಲ ಮೆನು ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಏನೋ ತವಲ್ಲಕ್ಕೂ ಮೀಮೆಲ್ಲ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದರ್ಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ವರ ಡೈಲಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಗ ನೇರ ಜವಾಯಿನಿ ನೇರ ಜವಾಯಿ మీ తవలకు మేము అవర ఆఫీసర్స్ జర్మల సి మీ నేర జవాయి మీ నేర జీగిన పాయింపడి 2 మణి నేరం తెడు హిబ్బిరేస్ మీ మెల్లువో దేవు మీతో కాయకి చేయడ పాయింట్ కేరియా మర సెక్యూరిటీ సీలా అవరే భక్తులు కలిసి చొక్కడి ఏర్పాటు కేర్ మెనది గో మర వెదురు అవితు ఇకెడి హిబ్బిరే కోణం మెని రాగదు ఐ షుడ్ డూ మై వర్క్ అసి కెత్తి ఉన్న 2 నిమిషం జే సార్ నమస్కారం మీ కామ్ చొక్కడి కెరియా మోవ గౌంచులో మీన్ మెనది ఓకే బా మీన్ మెని దేవ్ మో గౌంచులే దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ఐ యూస్ టు టెల్ ఎవ్రీబడి అండ్ ఐ టెల్ మై ఆఫీసర్స్ మెన్ అసితంగా ఇస్ ఓకే ತೊಗೊಂಬಿನಿ ಒಂದು ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಟೆಡ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ದೀರೇನು ತೆಲ್ಲತ್ತು ಚೊಕ್ಕಟ್ ಕೇರ್ ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ DIG ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈವನ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟು ಅತ್ತ ಒಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಹೀಗೇಮಿನ ಹೊತ್ತು ತೆಲ್ಲೇ ಚೊಕ್ಕಟ್ ಕೇರ್ ಹೂ ಎವರ್ ಡಸ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆಲ್ ಅತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆನಿ ಸರ್ ಏನು ಅತ ತಲೆ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹೇಗೆ ತೆಗದಿ ಡಿಜಿಟಲ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮನಿದೆ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಗನ್ ಕಿರಿಯಾಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಮೆಲ್ಲುವೋ ಮೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಉಂಡ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಉಂಡ ಹೇಗೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೌ ಒನ್ ಶುಡ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್
ಅದಾದ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಸ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪ್ ಸೊ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಾಲಿಟಿ ಅವೇ ಅವರ ಕರ್ಮ
ಅವರ ಕಾಮ್ ತೆಲ್ಲ ಯು ಡೂ ಯುವರ್ ಡ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೀವ್ ದ ಫ್ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಮೆನಿ
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್
ತೆಲ್ಲ ಮರಿ that is how I look at the things and
but the same correct spirituality devotion for example when we come to Madurai on the function many out here function ayyan bisirasi homam kelese moga konni purunjana ni tanu kai kerarya kai vatha kerarya kavachimani lamba kelese dolamni pani avarestanu kerarya home ekatma on the young person ganu tella mari on egiya sathvelu really konni explain kennan adadu kai chare home chare ba amedingan biswa point podwa mani menariya ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೋಣ ನಮಗೆ ವ್ಯೂ ಕೆರತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಕಾಯ್ದೆ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾಲಜಿ ತಲೆ ಮಾರಿ ಒಂದು ಎಗಿಯಸೆ ರಿಚುವಲ್ಸ್ ಮೆನಿ ಮೆನತ್ವೆಲ್
ರಿಚುವಲ್ಸ್ ಮೂಮೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ ಎ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ತೆಲೆ ಓವೋ ಹೇಗೆ ಹುಯ್ಯಿರಿಯೋ ಮನ ಮಾರಿ ಹುರಿಯ ದಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಮಾಮ್ ಕಾಯ ಮೆನಿ ಮೆನದಿ ದಿ ಜುಗ್ವಾಲ್ ಮಿ ಮೆನೋ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅರ್ಚಕರ್ ಮೆಣಕವಣ ಮೆನದಿ ಮೆನ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಕಾಯಿ ಮೆಲ್ಲುಡದೆ ಮೆನದಿ ಅರ್ಚಕರ ಸಿಕ್ಕಡಿ ಧೈರ್ಯ ಮೆನದಿ ದೇವ್ಗಿ ಸಮಾರಿ ಕಟ್ಪುಟ್ ದಕ್ಕಣ್ಣ ಬಾ ಮೆನನು ಅಸಿತಂಗ ದಕ್ಕಣ್ಣ ಅತತ್ತು ಎಲಸಿ ಸಿಕ್ಯುಲರಿಯ ಸುಮಾರು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ತೋ ಕಳನ ಪಡರೆ ಕಾಯ ಮೆನದಿ ಭಕ್ತಿ ರೈಟ್ ಭಕ್ತಿ ನೀನಾತ ತೋ ಧವರಾಜಿ ಪ್ರೋಜನಂ ತೆಲ ಅರ್ಚಕರ್ ಕರ್ಪೂರ್ ದಕ್ಕಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಜನಂ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ ರಿಚುವಲ್ ಮಿನಿ ಭಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಂದಾಡಿತು ಕೆರತೋಲುಸ್ it has a meaning into that whole thing. People have to understand that mo porthorekku tella the essence of the thing is missed out, and without that people are coming and going out. Tella change manari avno monnum avno tella hono. Another example I give is ela biscuit kerarya like ada goduma maavu sakkare telasi tayadi biscuit kan machi avno process hoyi avno. Whether you go into an educational institution and egiya code jile avno telasi musi tela biscuit kan avno in very many times goduma sakkare si tayadi tela nera iso barada odariya without becoming biscuit tela
bhakti ninata biscuit hona
tela process metamorphosis has to come. Yes. The change is to come. Me avno tellatega tella ona hege tulasi tirtham hana deelige avno pudariya tella mengan I have not understood and they tella ninathalus anga I think some problems are also coming up many
another topic alla Sourashtra topics or a community many menatvel astrology adadile jatkampan sathe telle kerarya meniginu und there is a tradition again from the young person's perspective because we don't get a counter, we just think either it is good or bad menamari What is your view on those kind of practices? How do you think that helps ಕೋಣತಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ತಿಂಗ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ ಕೋಟಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಇರ್ತದಲ್ಲ?
See, astrology, egio, menatagmala, there are certain scientific basis that was there. Then on the design career, tella on interpretation, tella how do you take it? How do you look at menariya purtus mandahuriya?
So now we are entering the next phase in your life, Madhua. 33 years of service, officer life, now in a sense you're back to a simple life, the common man's life. Are you looking forward to it? How has that experience been?
Yeah, actually, maybe, from the beginning, several times in the phone pick up as SP DAG Kishore Kumar speaking menu. I never say that DGP speaking menu.
Right.
Several of my batchmates kindle karan. Oh, you are not DIG or you are not SP. You are Kishore Kumar. Your name is important. No. What I want to say mean is that more designations come and go.
Correct.
It change. Whether you allow in the IG and on the DIG and on the DGP and I remain as a person and one telemaris more life mottangano me ege career. So once grounded to the person, many menatolu becoming retired, non-retired does not make a difference. Means already Kishore Kumar see me. How do that is not an issue. Yes, that is the fundamental thing that runs many. Next, the context.
Yes.
Now you are SP. The context is there are inspectors, SIs on the district to me in charging and area, many manato near the Atha Tirupati, many manatolu. Tell corner working right many minutes to me just to Horade on a Hanapil and Nala than Sodapil and Satamar high. So all your instructions are immediately obeyed and you are done with the correct. Then you become a DAG. Tavaluku Kona many minutes on a SP high. Right. So it means to me on a plus 2 pillar now.
Was senior officer who here.
Senior who here. Tavaluka Mikona Manamay, I mean the Raja Remedy, the Onana most on the exam that I'm Yauna. Tawlaki Tajal Quarrel Kelowna. Me Davraj Jarium another, Davra Javaim in Malaria, Konkona Jaremana Sangai, Onama exams at the in the Ona Nigla. Telemary handle cannot. To me, Angun DGP level JDM in Melo, Tagataga, Horado, Pilauji, Tenamala College Jata Harmangetria. Correct. Ataji in right. So tell you, Sarami, it's Watakarana. When you have to be polite, you have to know. Me and the situation is a keru. Many in Mana. Oh, a senior officer, then who was accomplished officer is telling, Yelamari Kera Chokkad many manaras. Then am I doing something wrong? Tellamari, Tenuno, Tinkiri Kerarya Mari. Then no, I mean, Kerna Podai.
So to me, officer Ganarathawell, simplicity and through own identity has been built.
Yes.
And officer Mari Asketanga treat Kerauna on the Egiagan equals Gano, the appropriate can treat Kenna many manner is also a lesson.
So at the retirement of Yella now it is in a different situation. Okay, maybe bedano tenga bedan horakitria. Then how will be the situation? So, correct. Then I retire one Jarimana.
Yes.
Thinking and run. But your advice is really valuable. Okay? It is not that you are not retired from life.
That's
you are only retired from your profession. On a particular way of calm career, but that experience, that thinking is definitely helpful to the people, to the things. How you context.
Correct.
So one on the context, and I am sure the remaining 20 years that I am going to live and be able to do and this is more critical than what has been achieved many maybe that if God willing and if I do whatever I am thinking of, make Sourashtra great again.
Yes.
Many Sourashtra community development to Chokkad keri ege keri tavaluku Kishore Kumar elle keriyas then IPS Riyas many on two paragraphs and that it may be a 15% 20% of my life what the chances are there. I have a lot of ideas, a lot of ways in which things need to be done.
Fantastic.
And I plan to, and my ultimate delivery is for the community and the people of Tamil Nadu.
So it really sounds like the police avadaram mudunji next avadaram to be khaldiya.
Yes.
You are ready for it.
Yes.
So
தெல்லவண்ட ராமர் அவதாரம் மாதிரி இன்று போய் நாளை வா many அவரை எனிமீஸ்க்கு மேலாமி ஏகே கேர்வே மேன மாதிரி ராரியா அத்தாவிங்கனோ probably கிருஷ்ண அவதாரம் கன் ஹோத்த chances
right சுதர்ஷன் சக்கர thuli ready gan sir
so ದೇವ್ ಅಂಗ ಕೋಣ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಕೆರಸಿ ವೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೋಣ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅವರಸಿ ತೆಲ್ಲ மாதிரி ಕೇರಿಗಿನೋ ಕೆನ್ನ ಪೊಡೈ.
You mentioned something jukko interesting. அதாவது ட்ரம்ப் மேக் அமெரிக்கா கிரேட் அகேன் மேன மாதிரி மேக் சௌராஷ்டிரா கிரேட் அகேன்.
எஸ்
at the community Saurashtrian community mani satavelu it seems like there are only problems and problems that community institutions avigin on a certain nelamem say community mutrumai da kani mane on a common phrase sangata community sottu avigino serka ege kera paramaripu kera ni menigino 101 problems political representation hi men can avigin udrigan dusra tham se menigin there are so many things. When you look at this bouquet really of thorns not flowers right mullo oda bouquet mane maradatra thura experience and the thura training what is your view, how do you think you can make Saurashtra great again ikka mari problems athve?
Yeah, life maybe though you are a youngster to me a lot of problems sorry me having any situation what is the opportunities that are available,
right?
what are the positive things actually to me ikke 4-5 point sangidya Sourashtra United any institution but I look at Sourashtra community as a community which is very sincere,
right?
Aura menka jol onda porup dia correct and keran many not only Sourashtra all other communities also believe Madurai mu accountancy mu finance mu as a community various institutions nu Sourashtra sudha sincerity of work hard work kestam padi kaam kerariya and knowledge Chokkad choudun and a certain amount of responsible gun,
right?
KRM Kishore many there are various good characters and good qualities one a manam gandana tappu keravana menariyo one of the major avara bo sikadidira that ikke kesna mamala tappu keravana to me Chokkad analyze kere siasmin menadi maduram avigenu Sourashtra community jugutan hinda bayangara poor situation mu setta 40% 50% of the population is struggling for the day to day but tennu nee ikke kestam amla am tappu kerahona manathathum within the resources tan kestam polliginu ona correct ana valkai kuchi kestam gandemla parvani many correct ana valkai mu rana manatha kuchi tennu munneri lisetta so tella mari tenga I mean very easy can help kerta musai many there is a leadership vacuum to manamari yes some institutions sarka chalta kerani something is happening that leadership vacuum is there but then the people are very good, right? What is required is a proper direction proper and a institutional framework to help those peoples to come up.
Tella leadership vacuum fill karta tumi ready ya
kenno me ready keran jari amallo the idea mu setta definitely I am talking to a lot of people and trying to understand the situation meet the people tengasi dekki ege keri one solution work out kenno one institution kenno Even international level, lot of people are willing to help. Tanasi help kenno mini melarasi. Talasi tholi kerno keran jariya.
Interesting.
And I am sure the action will pan out very
Fantastic. Fantastic.
soon. And there is a good leadership available. Chokkad tangasi identify keran manata idea
On the disciplined force as a police, you expect that Sangare Ikuno Kaidi officer gun Kaidi on the officer to officer level to me there is some kind of a background of a disciplined force. But community, democracy, Jananayagam, it is entirely chaos. Tumi sange mi couch Ikuno mena mari hoyariya. So tell police experience ಎಲ್ಲ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸು ಮತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ ಮಿಂಟ್ ತುಂಗಲ್ಲ ವರಸ್ಯ ಕೋಣತೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಹೋಯ್
doubt is very reasonable and correct. More take on this is that see, it is not the only command structure that has helped me to deliver the things.
Command structure na unchari tumi order tavariya khala kariya
kerarya
nije gham padata
hai tella mari onda hege untana the your ability to coordinate with the other departments, other services and the political executive, that is your efficiency and effectiveness of working. See, the principal secretary home mini menadi there is a prison department, there is a fire department, there is a police department, ELD department, director of prosecution. You give and give direction. Work out over here. You will have to talk to those people various year. And IG Guntur, I have handled 40 MLAs.
Right.
You go MLAs, think a request and right, think a problems and right, think a faith you have to gain. And they should feel that the officer, sir, will do full justice. 12 MPs, 5-6 ministers, including chief minister.
Right.
They all had faith in me. That yen correct keran, yen career correct gan rai, yen advice and khallu I mean. So handling political and handling diverse opinions and able to convince my way of action is nothing new to me. And I have never based only on that authority legal that I have. Yes, it was in the background and that is what made me Home Secretary to sign.
Yeah.
But then in implementing and effectiveness,
right.
to see that is useful, you need those qualities and those type of things.
So the uniform and legal authority mattum ninatha and moral force.
Exactly. For example, to me rowdyism control ko, it is not that my effectiveness came only through arrest of the people. Tengatella kere untana me having manchi mata manchi bata many one natkam,
right,
likki a street play mari keri
Telugu natkam
street play mari keri. It was done in various parts of the district.
Right.
People were really impressed and the hindamala tela chokkadu egem challisata tele mari Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, the 7 sectors that I have created. Even today, that is being followed. 25 years after also, the same sector system is there, same responsibility fixing is there. Many. So, even last post I had was the legal metrology department. It is a non-uniformed force. So, fundamentally, my confidence is that yes, the telemenaria, basic Kishore Kumar is same, the context differs and that you will have to find and you have sufficient experience of these people and these things and we will be able to do. There should not be a problem.
Fantastic.
Because people will come to know very soon. They will realize, yenga jol vatta advice on say, yenga jol purunj advice on say, yenna anga correct gan unda guide
approach kervai dhakkata teveni police mari treat karnalo.
Tela general image is see that I have never itala nanna something me mene kai yella pilak chechana school ku niyazitu group 4 likki tegasi me kondi dakiriya ni
correct
tele mari uwaten mojolo menras तुम्ही DIG मध्ये ಕಾರಣಿ ಅದಾವುದು ತೆಂಗ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ DIG ಮನ ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮುಚ್ಚ ತೊಲಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ DIG ಗಂತ ಕಾರ್ಯ it is his concept. Mora concept is different. Me tell mari really egekiru. So do not value yourself based on somebody's perception. ಅಂಗುಂಡತನ ತನ ಕಾಯಿ ಮೆಲ್ಲರಸಿ ನೀ ತೆನ ಮೆಲ್ಲರೇ ಗುಚ್ಚಿ ಅಮಿ ಅವರ ಲೈಫ್ ಮಚ್ಚುಲ ತತ್ತೇವೇನಿ ಅಮಿ ಅವಿಗಿನ ಅವರ ಜೋಲ್ ಕಾಯಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಗನ್ಸಿ ತೆಲ್ಲ ತೌಲಿ ಅಮಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಕೆರಿಯಾಸ್ ಮೆನ ವ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರಮಾದ ಅಂಗುಂಡತನ ಇನಿಮೆನ ಒಂದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಕೊಲ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಫೇಲ್ ಅಯ್ಯ ಹಾಲ್ ಅವರ ಟೀಚರ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗೋ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ ಟು మీ ధైర్యంగా అన్న మొరహాలు ముచ్చైపో మీ కెరుస్బా మీ సొమ్మల జోసు మెనియాస్ మెనది there should be no problem.
Fantastic.
So people maybe now having a kind of perception, kind of thinking, no? But definitely all my life I have changed this
exactly.
So in another 3-4 years down the line,
correct,
I will be able to change the things and people will change, I am sure.
Absolutely. मी मटमुद आता मी मोर cousins तुंग मोठवा मनी बोवरिया तला मोठवा स्थानमु I am sure for the entire community on the motta bogan on the elder figure gun you are really taking that place. We are absolutely looking forward. Juko thank you for your time here. The kinds of topics, the kinds of lessons to me Adlam de is truly fantastic. And I'm sure this will go a long way in reaching to the community about who you are and what you think about what we should be doing. Thank you.
Momala Juku Sondosu. And basically, a half day I have spent in explaining and knowing things. Again, in many, Manadi, the best tribute, me Kobay on the lecture, on the Egio, Keredi, me meno, that I kidi Chokkad, that is one issue. To me, 1 or 2 points, Khaliji, to a life tell I use carry. Chokkad I have been Manadi, I am very, very happy about it.
I am sure that
and I hope Menathamamo 1 or 2 points people will take, and particularly young youth will take, and they will prosper in their life. My best wishes to them. Thank you.
Juko, thank you.